students. Today we are going to focus on the parts of speech. We're going to understand how each part of speech is related and how it is used. The ones we're going to cover in this video are, we're going to cover nouns, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Let's get on with it. Nouns. A noun is a word that names a person, a place, thing, or an idea. For example, Martin is the name of a person. Oregon is the name of a place. Pencil is a thing. A sentence with this will look something like, Martin went to Oregon on vacation with his parents. This is a noun. It named a person. It named a place. Next, we're going to look at pronoun. A pronoun is a word that is used in place of a noun. For example, pronouns could be I, you, she, everyone, theirs. So let's look at the sentence with the pronoun. Madison said that she wanted candy for dinner. We are replacing the word Madison with she because she indicates that Madison is a girl. And that's just an example. Another example for a pronoun could be, we went playing basketball. Who are we? We would be the students who did it together. Now let's look at a verb. A verb is a word that expresses action or a state of being. In other words, a verb is what you do. For example, run, hop, jump, sit. If you can do it, it's considered to be a verb. This is my example. Shane jumped in the pool. What did Shane do? He jumped. So the action, the verb, is jump. Verb is what you do. Now let's look at adjective real quick. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun. What do I mean by that? An adjective tells you what something looks like. So when you think about adjective, think about the 5 senses. Your adjective is going to describe what you're feeling, tasting, smelling, hearing, touching, seeing. Adjective tells you what something looks like, feel like, taste like, sound like. A word that describes a noun or a pronoun. So I could say, she's young. What am I saying? That she's young. She's a young person. Or I could say, oh, she's the younger of the two. That would indicate that one is older than the other one. We have old. If I say, oh, she's Canadian, that means I'm saying, oh, she comes from Canada. Or she's American. She's from America. She's Jamaican. She's from Jamaica. It can also be used to compare things like, oh, I have 2 pencils. This one is longer. So an adjective describes something. It's a describing word. My sentence could be, Marcus said his pencil was longer than Sarah's. Who has the longest pencil? Marcus does, and that's just an example. Now we focus on adverb. An adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Some of these could be looking at the words like briefly, forward, slowly, better. Now, my sentence that I chose is, she sneezed loudly. What I am saying is loudly modifies the verb sneezed. An adverb sentence could also be, Her sneezes are really dramatic. Really would modify the adjective dramatic. Let's look at another one. This one we're going to look at is called a preposition. So the first word or words in a prepositional phrase that functions as an adjective or an adverb. What do I mean by this? An example could be to think of position. When you think about preposition, think about position. Think about the word position, where something fits in a particular situation. So, under, before, out of, away from, for. So this could be a sentence such as, the telephone is by the window. Where is the telephone positioned? It's positioned by the window. So it tells you about a position of where something is. It's a prepositional phrase that functions as an adjective or an adverb. Now, let's get on with it. How about conjunction? Conjunction. I know you guys have not heard these words in a long time, but let's think about conjunction. A conjunction is a word that connects other words or a group of words. An example of this could be the word and. We use the word and all the time. But, although, because, either. So all these words that we use, another one that we use could be or. Another one could be so. So we use all these words daily, but we don't know. We're actually using conjunctions in our sentences. So a sentence for a conjunction could look like, I will either go shopping or camping this weekend. So this is where we are looking at groups of words that connect other words. Either gives me a choice, or so I will either go shopping or camping this weekend. These are word connects. They make the sentence make more sense. Let's do another one. How about interjection? Interjection. When you interject, you're almost like you're butting in. You're trying to squeeze yourself in. Excuse me, miss. Interjection. So when you interject, it says a word that shows a strong emotion or surprise. So in this case, interjection is almost working as this. Oh no! Hey! Wow! All these things we say daily. Do you know what this is? It's an exclamation point. So we're going to brief off a little bit by talking about this. An exclamation point expresses strong emotion. So do you see how an interjection, which is, oh no, and hey, wow, do you see how the exclamation mark would be the perfect thing that needs to be at the end of it? Because it is showing a strong emotion or a surprise. My example is, oh no, my car won't start. Isn't that a strong emotion? I can't believe my car won't start. I'm upset. So, we have covered all these parts of speech. Let's recap. So today we learned about 8 parts of speech. We focused on noun, which names a person, place, thing, or idea. We focused on a pronoun, which is used in place of a noun. We focused on a verb, which is an action word, what you do. We did adjective, which is a describing word. It describes a noun or a pronoun. We did adverb, which describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. We also did a preposition, which is the first word or words in a prepositional phrase, which function as an adjective or an adverb. We did conjunction, which is a word that connects other words to a group of words. And finally, we looked on interjection, which is a word that shows a strong emotion or surprise. Guys, please like, please share, please subscribe for more interesting things that we're going to learn this year. Thank you.